Lafayette's Cleaning Service is a small family-owned business established in 2003. With over 17 years of professional, high-quality, and greatly satisfied service, Lafayette's Cleaning Service will get the job done. Specializing in sanitizing your home, business, post-construction, and commercial cleaning, no job's too big or small. See for yourself and give us a call, 567-249-9172. Lafayette's Cleaning Service. Our reputation is always spotless. Hi, I'm Queen Silvy of the multiple award-winning The Queen Silvy Show. You want to expand and get noticed? Then come outside your box and into our world. Internet advertising has a real impact on global awareness and even sales, so let's make an impact together. Offering for a limited time advertising and sponsorship packages that excel your purpose. So contact Queen Silvy or Smooth Tim for the exciting opportunities that awaits. Yeah.
It used to be hard for this family to run and play in their yard. That big pooch left its business all over. Dad would spend his time cleaning up puppy messes. Now, I make sure the yard is clean so they can play without worry. Yes, there really is a poop fairy.
Got some snaps on the petrol. Mr. Trap rap no biz up from the mud to the tub. And I'm rocking out with Queen Silvy and Tim. You know.
To the Queen Silvy Show, tune in at 11, good laugh, good vibe, that's for sure. Get smooth with Tim, get smooth with Tim. They have you rolling like you popped the pill. Once you hear the show, you ain't gonna want it to end. Get creative with the sounds you can make with your mouth. Reaching all over the world, Queen Silvy in the house. Award-winning show, got the #1 spot, look out. It's the Queen Silvy Show, 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 look out.
Hi, this is Joe Mass. You are listening to the Queen Silvy Show. You are now part of the royalty.
And now, ladies and gentlemen, coming to you live, it's time for the silky smooth sounds of Smooth Tim and Her Majesty herself, Queen Silvy.
Hey, it is Smooth Tim, and thank you so much for dropping by and spending another Tuesday with us on the multiple award-winning Queen Silvy Show. It is now my esteemed pleasure to bring to you the world's sexiest granny, thy favorite co-host in the world, the Queen herself, Queen Silvy.
Yes, it is me, Queen Silvy, on this terrific Tuesday, the multiple award-winning The Queen Silvy Show. Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening, depending on where you are in this great world today. I hope you're ready. We got some fantastic music and
we do.
super fantastic guest today. Smooth, how are you today?
I am doing just simply terrific. How are you doing on this beautiful Tuesday?
Well, as always, I'm supercalifragilistic.
Expialidocious, I suppose. That's expialidocious, I suppose. 24/7, 365. Queen Silvy, you are just simply
I know. Amazing. I know, I am amazing. But you are amazing, Smooth. You are amazing. We have an amazing guest as well as announcements, right?
You know what? Tyler Truth Music is going to be represented on our show today, and you are going to be in for a big time treat. And, you know, as far as announcements, again, seems like we say this repetitively every week.
And we should.
Our hearts and prayers are going out to the world internationally, domestically, and it seems that nothing ever really gets settled down before something else starts up. So all we can say is faith over fear.
That's right.
And, you know, we will get through this, right, Queen?
Right.
We always do. How about some analytics from last week's show? That would be the United States, United Kingdom, Canada, Mexico, Germany, Poland, Africa, Ireland, France, and Australia. Hey, folks, we really appreciate you.
Yes, we do. In fact, if you're watching this live, hey, I want you to know, Smooth and myself, we love and appreciate you. And if you're watching this later on our archive,
our love is everlasting, Queen.
Our love is everlasting, Smooth. Yes, we love and appreciate you on this terrific Tuesday, the multiple award-winning The Queen Silvy Show. You know what? You do have time to be kind and spread the word for someone else to come on in and get some of this super greatness we have in store for you. Hold on. Gotta do a little something.
A little something?
Do a little something right now. That's what I had to do. But you know what? Before we get into my conversation with my wonderful guest, what I'd like to do at this moment is I'd like to share some motivational words from the Queen Silvy Show to you. You know, sometimes music is the only thing that takes your mind off everything else. It acts like a magic key to which the most tightly closed hearts open. You know, I believe music is a piece of art that goes into the ear and straight to the heart. That's because music and rhythm find their way into the secret places of your soul. You know what heals? Do you? Music. The original mood-altering, non-fattening wonder drug. Go get you some. Yeah. And those are some motivational words from the Queen Silvy Show to you. Yeah, baby. Yeah. I'm getting that super geekness on. Get ready because you're next. I'm going to do mine. Here we go. Ready? Yeah. Your turn. Yeah. That is what's up. Putting in a little effort to feel good and enjoy yourself on this day. I do have some shout outs for my deserving kings and queens all over the world like you. Seaman Enterprise and Entertainment Company and the Simone Family Foundation. A journey through healing with Beatrice Crawford Daniels. Kinsley Patino, Queen Jenna, Queen Ashley Follett Clark, and Kenneth Rouse. Hey.
Shout out to you.
The Helen Mars, Peace Mars, Corey and Casey Patino, and Joan Mercer.
Shout out to you.
Queen Aaliyah, Asia Tay, Maya Camille, and Dejour.
Shout out to you.
To my grandsons, Omari, Jonathan Jr., Tyron, and my great-grandson, DJ.
Shout out to you.
To you. Reckon up. To Queen Sonia, Kaki, Shanika, Alana, Brianna, and Precious.
Shout out to you.
You like my voice? Me too. To LP and Cynthia, Nancy, Delia, Chrissy from Fort Worth, Texas.
Shout out to you.
Kelly and Ryan and the All-American Boys, Matt and Tracy, and the All-American Girls. Hey.
Shout out to you.
To Pamela Anderson, C. Shorty Franklin, Patricia Wilhelm McGiffin, Renita Easley, Gold Rosa, and Donna Ferry.
Shout out to you.
I think I need to clear my throat. One moment, here we go.
Ribbit. Meow.
That
That is so good. Try. Give it a try one day. To my good friends in Africa, Amy Kanema, Webster Rito, Hostile Flow, Hero Boy, and Princess Area Lua.
Shout out to you.
To Robin Taylor, TJ Dean Broke, Team Broke 100, Lorenzo Gabaniza, Christine Lewis Anderson.
Shout out to you.
To my good friends in United Kingdom, Beth Lambert, Nicola Jones, Bethany Jones, and Kay Cross.
Shout out to you.
To James and Audrey, Serious Edition, Nana Linda Hartley, Queen D. Brown, Brenda Ramirez, Miguel Montibon, and my good friend, Joe Mass.
Shout out to you.
Yeah, that's what's up. Hey, if you'd love to be shouted out, if you have someone you would love for us to represent and shout out, we would gladly do it 3 days a week, every Tuesday, with the multiple award-winning The Queen Silvy Show every Wednesday with Tim's Tidbits, special co-host Larry E. out of Dallas, Texas, and again, every Thursday with the Now You Know Show with Queen Silvy and Smooth Tim. As we bring the best in live entertainment, talents, topics, and resources from around the world just for you. Hey, check out this resource. And when we get back, let's get the ball rolling with a fantastic guest here for you on The Queen Silvy Show.
Join me every Tuesday for fun and games and play for cash. That's right. Sylvia Mid, the fun word guessing game is back and you can come aboard and play. It's simple. Just email us your name and contact information and you are in there, baby. Yeah.
All right.
Yes, we are back on this terrific Tuesday, the multiple award-winning The Queen Silvy Show. As I said before, you do have time to be kind and spread the word for someone else to come on in and get some of this super greatness we have in store to you. Oh, it's super greatness. Are you ready, Smooth?
I am born ready, Queen.
I am too, because guess what? He is known as the city country boy, making big moves and waves in the music industry. Captivating multi-genre recording artist who seamlessly woven his life experiences into an authentic musical journey. Live from Lafayette, Indiana, I introduce to you singer, songwriter, producer, Tyler Truth.
How you guys doing?
Hey, welcome to the show. Thank you so much for taking the time being here on the show. We are honored to have you here.
I appreciate you guys having me.
Not a problem. You're originally from Chicago, Illinois, now residing in Lafayette, Indiana. Tell me something good that I might not know about good old Lafayette, Indiana.
Lafayette, I love Lafayette. It's a small town, but it's got just a big enough city feel for me to where I don't feel too far away from home. And it's kind of smack dab right in the middle, about an hour to 2 hours away from home in Indy. So if I want to get out and go do something fun, I've got just about an hour's drive. So it's not too bad. Not too bad of a place to be. So
That's all right. That's all right. What's the music scene like there?
The music scene's pretty nice. We've got a lot of really talented artists out here. Unfortunately, with it being such a smaller area, we don't really get as much recognition as we'd like. You kind of have to travel outside to do anything noticeable. But we definitely got a really great music scene here. The community is very supportive. I love doing shows out here and just promoting and working with the different artists that we have. So been a great experience.
Well, you putting Lafayette on the map. Superstar. Tyler Truth. That's what I'm saying. That's what's up. But, for anyone right now worldwide meeting you for the first time, what would you like them to know about Tyler Truth?
So I grew up in Chicago, Illinois. I started doing music when I was 7. My mom's a singer and my father's a songwriter. He plays the bass and guitar. I mixed, recorded my first song when I was 7. My dad had a little 8-track recorder that he gave me in a Casio. So I worked on that and started playing the drums. Music has always been a part of my life. It's something that I enjoy greatly. Everything that I do comes from the heart and soul. I always tell people I want to make a career in this, but this is something that I would do, no matter if I make a dime or not. This is my passion. So
that's what's up. I like that. Coming from a musically inclined family, influenced by your father's musical roots, share some of the memories. Give me a memory of music growing up. Like you went from this. How did you even get into the multiple genres? I guess that's what I'm starting up with.
So for me, I always grew up listening to different music. My dad grew me up listening to Yellow Jackets, which is jazz, Earth, Wind and Fire, Parliament Funkadelic, all the way to Rolling Stones. I enjoyed classical music for a while, and I picked that up on my own through school. I was in band and learned to play all different types of music. I was in a marching band. I was a snare drummer. So I mean, music's just always been a broad thing for me. I don't have really any music that I don't like. So my dad, I attribute that to my father. He put me into all the different genres and always made me listen to anything that was music worthy. And so that's where I get my background in multiple genres. So
That's real interesting. And you know what? It's good to have the versatility of music. I mean, music is the music. The music is everything to me. I can speak for me, and I don't play instruments, although I do play the spoon. So if you ever need a little bit of, you hit me up because the girl can Mississippi.
She
is
can
in the
keep a
blood.
beat. Let's say that.
I can
She
do
can
the
keep a
spoon.
beat.
I like the bass guitar. I can't play the bass guitar. I don't know if you see around Smooth. There's tons of guitars. He's a guitar person too. But see, with you, I left out one of the words in describing you, multi-talented, because you are multi-talented. But you know, with all of that you said, how did you get into music for yourself?
listening to my mom and dad is funny because I actually started playing the spoons myself.
Oh, we got something going on. That's what's up. Oh
Yeah, when
yeah,
I was younger, I used to listen to my mom and dad write songs together, and I was at the bottom of the stairs and beat on the stairs with spoons, actually.
right.
And then my father seen me one day, and he had an old drum set that he actually had sitting under our staircase in the basement. And so he pulled it out for me. And one year for Christmas, he bought me all new hi hats and cymbals and sticks.
I love it.
I started off as a drummer, and then from there, I started playing the piano. And so that's kind of how I got started, just listening to my parents. So.
I love it. I mean, I love it. I love the fact that you play the spoons. I'm like, my brother played the spoons. That is great. I can never find anyone that can play the spoons. But not only can I play the spoons, not bragging, but I can play the canes chip can too. You know, just that was my drum growing up. I had 8 brothers and sisters, so you know, it actually started out by flicking sticks. I mean, you can make
Yeah.
music out of anything. You know what I'm saying? Anything at all. But you know. It is what it is. Now I know a little something about me because yeah, he played the spoons, and I'm gonna remember that. But you know, me and Smooth, we have enjoyed your music over the weekend. When we have a guest on the show and they're musically inclined, our weekend is about that guest. So we do it, and I think that you actually have it going on with your style. I love your voice. But you know, when your music is heard, what do you want people to understand or to take away from the music of Tyler Truth?
So for me, what's most important is to be the everyday man, or everyday woman. A lot of my songs are written for everybody, men and women. But especially for me, being a man, I write a lot of songs that are based around my life and the things that I've gone through. I want it to be something that anybody can relate to. Whether you're struggling or you're financially successful or you're, in a broken relationship, a happy relationship. I feel like throughout life, we all go through different things at different times, successes and failures. And that's really what all my music is about. It's about just everyday life and how people can overcome those different challenges and enjoy and celebrate the things that have accomplished.
So do you think that, you know, when your music is from your experience as well, right?
Yes.
So, you know, through the good and the bad, and then I come up with this music and then I'm presenting this music. Don't you think that even the music for you is like therapy?
Yes. Oh, for sure. Yeah. For me, anytime I go through a situation in life, if I have somebody that makes me mad or upset, or if I'm struggling, I always go to a song. I'll write a song about it, and it's almost like I put that situation into that song, and therefore I'm able to think clearly and pursue um, an action that'll get me past or get me through whatever I'm going through. Music has always been my therapy and how I deal with my issues. And I find it's nice, especially now that I'm releasing music, that a lot of the times the issues that I go through that my music solves for me, I hear from others that it helps them get through
Mm-hmm.
certain situations that they're going through. So that's always an extra added, a little bit of a push for me to keep going.
And
So
don't that feel good to know that you're making a difference? And I mean, for me as a comedian, because I've toured all around, if you just make that one person, I only put that emphasis on one person, although you have many, but if you can make that difference for just that one person, listen, look at the blessing that you've done. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
And
yeah.
if I was a songwriter, and there's times because I'm a tomboy that I wish I was a songwriter to do just like you said, I probably wouldn't beat that person up. I just write a song about it and just, be done with it.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah.
Well,
definitely.
sometimes it's not such a bad thing to make a person laugh about a situation or give them the ability to cry about a situation.
Yeah, for sure.
So you're very versatile, talented with a diverse range of genres. You can do R&B, soul, country. I bet you can do with that yo lady who you can just do it all.
Yodel. Are you a yodeler?
I'm like bring it on, Tyler, bring it on.
Do you yodel?
Well,
I haven't tried, but you never know. Might be on the
that's
next
right.
album.
That's right. Listen, don't put it past nothing. If you can play the spoons, you can do it, yo lady. Ooh. But on a serious tip, what does country music mean to you?
So it's kind of funny. Like I was never really big on country music when I lived in Chicago, and then when I moved to Indy, I made a lot of different friends here, and I actually worked on a few farms. I did some baling hay and just different things like that for jobs for hire. And that's kind of how the country background kind of got brought to me. And the first time I heard it, it was more of the traditional older country music. And I was just like, I'm not really feeling this, too. And so
You're not a Hank Williams type of guy.
and so initially I started listening to some of the more up to date, not the 2020s, but before then.
Right.
Like some of the Florida, Georgia,
Right.
stuff like that. And I was like, oh man, this is really good. They actually had one of the first songs I liked. It was called "A Dirt." I heard that song. I was like, man, this is amazing. And so from that point, I kind of started diving a little bit more in the country, and I found that it's really the music is very simple and relatable. It's like very direct and straight to the point. Like when you put a country song on, you can normally tell what that song's about within the first few seconds of the song, and it kind of it really just nails home a lot of quality values in their music, and that's what I really liked about the country music. And so like when I started writing, it's funny because I don't know if you know this, I've only been writing country music for about 7 months.
No way.
Yeah,
No way.
yeah, I think it was back in the end of May. A friend of mine was like, hey, have you ever sang country music? And I was like, no. They were like, your speaking voice has like a country twang to it. And I was like, well, I'll give it a shot. And so at the top is actually the first country song I'd ever wrote. And recorded.
OMG.
Yeah. And so when we put that out, I was expecting all my friends to laugh because, I come from like Chicago. So it's all my
Right.
street appeal, hip hop, R&B, funk, that kind of vibe. And so when I released the song and put it out, everybody started messaging me like, dude, this is your genre. This is where you need to be. And I was completely shocked. And so I wrote the album within the next, 3 or 4 months. We got it wrote and recorded. And then we just started kind of pushing it. And it's just been it's been a ridiculous response from what people are saying. They just really love the music. So
wow. Now that is something I did not know. 7 months. I told you had it going on. You do have it going on. And I think that country music, gospel, and R&B got a way closer relationship than people think. People in the South listen to country, decades ago. I mean, African American has something to do with it, if you ask me. And if you listen to, and tell me if you think this, if you listen to some country songs, they rhyme at the end just like a rap song, don't they?
Oh yeah, it's funny. I was telling a friend of mine. I don't know the genre, so I don't want to misquote the genre. But if you ever go back and you listen to like almost like Johnny Cash or like the old cowboy music, the guitar, they were pretty much rapping.
That's
it was
right.
Like much raps on top.
Just a different beat, but believe me, if you take that beat out and throw Johnny Cash with some, oh Johnny's rapping.
That lonesome whistle coming down the track. I hear that lonesome whistle coming back.
It's pretty much it was almost just like a really groovy hip hop track.
Right.
But
yeah, it was kind of. You're right.
So you know what?
They definitely mesh. Everything really just meshes all together.
That's
sure.
right. Music. That's why I say there's music for everyone out here. There's music for every mood out here. Music for everything out here. I think that the music business, though, is tough, especially for artists of color. right? Now everybody know who Darius Rucker is. Former Hootie and the Blowfish, made it on his own, right? You know who Hootie is, doing the country scene too, right? But I heard that Hootie was told many, many times that audiences would never accept a black country singer. Now, whoever said that, I'm sure that they're swallowing down their words, because there is a number of well-established and up-and-coming people of color that's doing country music. Ain't nothing wrong with that. But let me ask you this, Tyler. Do you think that country music is
racist?
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say.
I will be honest, I don't. I think people are racist. You know, there are people that are racist. I don't think country music at all, and a lot of the country fans, I don't find racist. You're going to have people in any genre, even hip hop, that are, you know, racist. I mean, if you look at Eminem coming into the hip hop scene, like in the beginning, a lot of black people just they were not okay, you know, with a white guy,
right.
You know, it's not the music at all. The music is not to be at fault. It's just small-minded individuals
That's right.
that can't see a bigger picture. Country, I've had such a welcoming response to the white community with my country music. They love it because what they always say is you bring a different element. It's like your voice and your sound, almost you can hear the funk, you can hear the R&B and the hip hop in your country music without it directly being hip hop or funk or R&B, but you can hear those elements in the music, and that's what they actually appreciate is the different sound of the country mix.
That's and they're telling you like it is, because you know racism isn't a born thing. I think it's a thought thing. You know what I'm saying? People can impact that to people in a bad way, and I'm not going to get political and say Trump, but you know, I said it. I said it. Dad nabbit, I said it. But you know,
I'll edit it out.
So you have not yet to this day experienced any hate or racism for being such a dynamic person and in your own path. Because you know sometimes you can have people live right next to you, whatever. People in your camp, some of them don't want to see you succeed, don't want to see you make it out there. You haven't felt the bad vibes from people.
No, that's what's been crazy. Like I did hip hop and R&B before, and when I was doing that was really hard to get through because it's hip hop is such a controversial music, and it's viewed as negative, you know, because a lot of the content is a negative, you know, content. It's normally about growing up in the street life, you know, it's drug based or, you know, just beef or controversial music. And so when I was doing that, it was really hard to get people to get behind it. And when I crossed over the country, it was a cakewalk. The first song that I did, everybody was blowing up my inbox, wanting to book me for festivals and shows. They were like, "Oh my God, your sound is amazing. We love your voice. We love the music." So I feel like a lot of people are scared to make that crossover because they don't think that being black they can do country, or being white they can do hip hop, or whatever it is. But really, it's like sometimes, you know, you just got to go with what you feel when you're doing it. Like, and when I wrote the country songs that I wrote, they just felt good to write. And when I put it out, it really just got the response that I was hoping I would get. I wasn't sure if I would, but it was what I was hoping for. And it just lets me know that no matter what race you are, if you have quality music, that's always going to outshine anybody's feelings of who you are as an individual. The music is completely separate from the person, you know, no matter, you know, what that person is doing. I always tell my friends, like, if you look at like Chris Brown, for instance, how big he was until that situation with him and Rihanna took place. And he lost a huge fan base, but nobody stopped playing his music. They stopped supporting him, but they still love his music.
Right.
You know, the music is separate.
Right. Right. And that's just like Michael Jackson or something. You can hate on him and say, "Oh, Michael Jackson did this and that," but you know what? That music lives on.
Oh yeah.
To this day, it lives on.
People have to remember we're human, we're imperfect. We're all going to make mistakes. Some mistakes are a lot larger than others, you know, depending on your view on life. But at the end of the day, our talents, you can't take away somebody's talent based off of their behaviors or the things that they've done wrong. The music is completely something different. You know, the music has to be separate from the individual, you know, and that's how I always look at it. I'm not going to stop playing good music because somebody's not a good person, because behind closed doors, we don't know what any of these people do in their free time, you know.
I tell you what, you have a good head on your shoulders. And that matters too. I mean, anybody can sing, but nobody can do what you do, and how you do what you do, or carry yourself how you do. And I'm getting all good vibes from you on what you're doing. Keep a backup plan though, because although you've never experienced this or that, as you in grinding, one day you may have that backup plan. So when they do, you just flick their ass off and keep on doing what it is that you're doing. Cause I'm digging it. You know,
No, being a black man in America, I've definitely felt some hate and some racism throughout my life. So I know how to deal with that. As for me, there's not very much people can say to offend me, say or do. It's the ones that I care about. That's when we have a problem. You touch somebody that I care for. It's like, because I don't know how your response is gonna make them feel. I know it doesn't bother me, but I get defensive when it's somebody that I care about, because your comment might hurt them to the core. Words don't hurt me. I've been called all kinds of things.
Right? You
So
take
I'm gonna
words
keep
and
pushing.
bring magic to it. What they talking about? They better go somewhere.
Go on now.
Hey, go on there, you go on there. But you know what? As you see. Now this is I'm just joking right now. I'm just playing. But you see how some of the rappers, some of the woo woo singers, I'll use them. Some of them singers like, can you woo woo woo? And they get on concert and be doing their thing. Girls be throwing bras up there at them and panties. Now you're a country singer. Are you ready for them country panties that's gonna be coming on and say, boing? They gonna be throwing them boing and throwing some chickens and all that.
I hope the country panties aren't, the
Granny panties. Granny panties.
no bloomers. We don't want any bloomers.
No granny panties.
No bloomers. He know what bloomers is. Yep, you from Chicago, Illinois. I got people up in their neck of the woods too, so it's all good. But did you have a question you was gonna ask us, Smooth? So listen, when it comes to your songwriting, what do you do to get yourself in that creative groove? What works for you?
So that's the funny thing. A lot of my friends, when they're around when I write, everybody's just really impressed, because I've been writing for so long that it doesn't take me much. If I feel the music, the lyrics just kind of pour out. It's almost like I'm not even the one writing the music. And that's the best way I can explain it. I'll hear a melody and all of a sudden the words just appear in my mind. I just put them on the page. I've written songs. So this album, each song on the album that I did, I kind of hate telling people this because it sounds like I'm not putting full potential in, but I really am. But each song probably took me about 5 to 10 minutes to write. That's about it. It's like once I get that, like, when I feel it, the lyrics just come, and I'll take that time to kind of perfect the melody and work on singing the music the way I want it to be heard. But the lyrics just, writing songs for me, I can write a full song within a matter of 15, 20 minutes.
Wow.
So let me ask you, you say you may see something on TV that inspires you. Maybe you're driving down the road and you see a sign that says world's largest ball of yarn. And you're like, really? And that's the kind of stuff that may inspire you. Is that how it happens?
No, for me, it's just the music. It's the sound. Like I might be the only thing that inspires me outside of me hearing a melody is a life experience. Like if I'm upset, if like say me and my girlfriend get into a fight, or me and my brother are having a tiff, or something like that, or I just passed a test and I'm really excited about it, I'll sit down and write about those things. But outside of that, what I'll do is I'll just put on. I listen to a lot of instrumentals. I'll just get online and just listen to instrumentals, and all of a sudden one will hit, and I'm
the
like,
melody comes to you.
Yeah, that's the one. I usually produce my own records. This record I just did, I did not produce. I worked with a lot of different other producers on it. But I'm so busy right now between work and doing music that I don't have time all the time to sit down and produce, records myself. So once I've got a little more time, I would like to go back to doing the production myself and doing all the music, and everything. But right now, that's pretty much what I do. I just find an instrumental and I'll just.
That's a blessing. That's a blessing.
I just find that fascinating how different artists actually come up with their songs. And he's saying, he listens to the song and then he'll come up with the lyrics. And I know some artists that'll write the lyrics and then they'll say, what kind of a melody would go along with this?
Yeah.
That's pretty good. 5-10 minutes coming up with a song. What? The album is entitled Everyday Life, right?
Yes,
is
ma'am.
all these songs written by you?
Yes. So anything you hear come from me ever, I will write. I I'm one of those artists. I don't believe in singing other people's lives. I'm not gonna sing somebody else's story unless I wrote it. There's songs on my album. Like there's one talking about coming home to my wife. I think the song is called Wrong Turn. And that song actually, I don't have a wife, but that song was just written in the perspective of somebody traveling long term, whether you're doing music or you're a trucker or you're just anywhere out in the world where you're traveling and you just want to get home. It's like, and you want to get back to your wife and your kids and your house, your car, your dog. That's what the song was about, just wanting to go back home. And so when I wrote that song, I felt like it sounded better to say wife than my girlfriend. So I
That's
just
all
put the
right.
word wife in. So all the stuff that I write, I will write myself, even if it's somebody else's life. Sometimes I write about my friends' lives. I'll take one of my friends and they'll be going through something. And they'll tell me about it, and I'll sit there and I'll write that story out like it's my own, and I'll put that song out. But anything that I sing, I will be the one writing it.
That's
So.
what's up. You are gifted and all. But okay, you're a great songwriter. You can pop it out quicker than a lot of people like me. I'll go ahead and tell you this one thing. I've had so many musicians on the show and they've told me how to write a song because a song is a story. See, my problem is, you just made me feel bad because you can do a song in 5-10 minutes. Oh, great for you. I've been writing a song, Tyler, and my problem has been I don't know how to cut the song off. Right?
Yeah.
So now I'm like part 1 and part 2. You mean how the Isley Brothers used to do songs and it'd be part 1 and then part 2 it's kind of like that. And I haven't learned how to cut the song off. You have a gift on writing songs, you can even write, or do you tell me, do you write songs for other artists? You're that good, that quick. Can you write songs for other artists too?
Yeah, so I've written songs for other artists. I won't give those names out, but I definitely there's been a lot of times when people come to me like, hey man, I've got this song and I can't get these lines right, and so whether it's rock or country, hip hop, R&B, whatever it is, I'll sit down with them and I'll just say, let me hear what you got, and I'll go through and I'll help them get I always tell people the most important part of music to me as a writer is the cadence. It's like if you listen to a drum line, you have your different rudiments, and everything is in cadence form. You have the racket to tack to tack 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 to tack to tack tack. You got to figure out how you want those words to come out on the beat. So if it's whatever that cadence is, you just got to write the lyrics in order to fit that cadence, and then figure out what to plug in. And so when people give me their topic, they'll say, I want this to be a love song about this, this, and this. And I'll say, okay, show me what you got. And I'll listen to their cadence. If it's flawed, I'll help them correct the cadence, and then I'll fill in the blanks for the rest of the song. And that's normally how I co-write with other people. So
go ahead. Go ahead on with your bad self. We're going to showcase one of your hot songs. It's a music video from the album Everyday Life. The song is At the Top. Tell me, what was the inspiration behind this song?
So that song actually is like I said, that's the first country song I ever wrote. And I wrote that song because at the time I was frustrated because I was doing hip hop and R&B, and I was getting streams, but I wasn't getting the recognition that I was feeling I deserved at the time for my music. And so I said, you know what, I'm going to write this country song, and just see what it does. And so I wrote that song in my mindset of, I deserve to be at the top with my music. It's like I do top tier music. I work hard. I'm not one of those guys that cheats the system. I do everything that I can to make my music quality and appealing to people's ear. I said, I deserve to be at the top, and that's what the song is about. It's like, saying that I spent all this time working on this genre, trying to go to this place, and now this is something I'm going to try new. This is going to get me to the top, and that's what that song is.
Well,
really
it's
about.
taking you to the top. It's a great song. I present to you the one and only Tyler Truth and At the Top. Check it out.
at the stars all on my own. Pray to God that I find my way and it keeps me strong. Spent so many nights shotgunning shots with some chicks I just met while I watch as my time pace ticks, waiting on the right time to find a moment that's mine. 'Cause I've been down, I'm gonna turn this thing around, go and claim my destiny. Fall out my life when it's finally time. I know where I'm supposed to be. Big dog, I'm gonna kick it off with a chick, lips off. There's the threads in my dungarees. Gone up this time. 'Cause at the times where I'm supposed to be. I've been down, now I'm way up. Gotta stay up like it's on the yes. Gotta make it happen, no time for lack. And keep pushing forward, never moving back. Just gotta stay focused, my time is now. I was once a face in a crowded crowd. Now my name's in lights almost every night. And I'm recognized every time I'm out. 'Cause I've been down, I'm gonna turn this thing around. Go and claim my destiny. Fall out my life when it's finally time. I know where I'm supposed to be. Big dog, I'm gonna kick it off with a chick, lips off. There's the threads in my dungarees. Gone up this time. 'Cause at the top's where I'm supposed to be. Hey! At the top's where I'm supposed to be. Big dog, I'm gonna kick hits off with a chick, lips off. There's the threads in my dungarees. Gone up this time. 'Cause at the top's where I'm supposed to be. 'Cause I've been down, I'm gonna turn this thing around, go and claim my destiny. Fall out my life when it's finally time. I know where I'm supposed to be. Big dog, I'm gonna kick hits off with a chick, lips off. There's the threads in my dungarees. Gone up this time. 'Cause at the top's where I'm supposed to be. At the top's where I'm supposed to be. At the top's where I'm supposed to be.
You deserve to be at the top. You're at the top now of your game, and some just is underneath you watching, learning, you're mentoring, you're showing them, and I don't care what they say, you are at the top going places. I love your grind. I love what you're doing. Plus, you got a team. See, it matters when you have somebody that's in your corner that got your back. That's Smooth. Smooth have my back. But now, like when you say you were busy doing other things, you had somebody that was there picking you up. Shout out to James, by the way, because that's the one. He the one right there.
Big James. I tell people all the time. I don't know what I would be doing without him. I give credit where credit is due. I'm
Absolutely.
really big on supporting my team. Like they support me and I support them, and I always shout him out. Big James is we call him Big James. He always loves that. But yeah, he's definitely been in my corner, and I appreciate him more than he'll ever know. So.
Shout out to him. And let me just say, by the way, when you have that hat on, that country hat, I can see the city country boy. Now, where'd that come from?
Yeah, so it's funny. It's like when I started doing country music, I said, you know what? I want to kind of create my own style of country. Like I don't want to just come out and and completely be country with the boots and everything. So it's like I'm going to create my own style. Like if I was to wear country stuff, this is what I would do.
That's right.
And so that's kind of what I'm working on now is my own kind of swag to the country feel. So I mix a lot of regular modern day clothes with country apparel because that's how I would wear it if it was me.
That's what's up. You got merch?
Oh yeah, we have on our website, it's tylertruth.com. I've got a whole merch line. And right now, so what I do with my merch, I have some shirts that have my face and my name and stuff on it. But for me, I wanted to create merch that people could wear in everyday life. So I create my own line of clothing with just different, funny slogans, some, real life emotional slogans, and then some just shirts with, lettering and like and faces on them. So that's
Yeah,
kind of
it'll go further that way anyway. That just rules out any haters or
Yeah,
somebody in the what.
I was just going to say, I found it kind of interesting when he's sitting there trying to figure out what my brand's going to be when I'm up on stage.
Mm-hmm.
And that makes such a significant difference. I mean, you think about some huge bands, Kiss, for instance.
yeah.
I mean,
Sure.
their brand is that whole theatrical look, right? You look at like a Stevie Ray
Rolling
Vaughan,
Stones, the big lips,
right? I mean, all of them have, a hook, a brand. And yeah, I can see. And it's interesting. Have you found where you really want to go with that?
Yeah. So I've actually got it all mapped out. I haven't put it together yet. We've got everything kind of written down. I've been spending a lot of time putting this together since I started doing country. So like I said, it's all pretty new to me. So I've got it all figured out, and you'll start seeing more of what we're trying to do. One of the things is eventually I want to get to the point where I only wear my own clothes. I don't want to wear anybody else's stuff. So I'm trying to create all the merch that I want to have and find different vendors that can produce the merch that I want as far as cowboy hats and everything. I'm going to completely design my own stuff and only wear my apparel. So,
That's what's up though. Some artists, that's how they make their money. It's off of the merch. You know what I mean? Touring and all that, that's good. Yeah, but if I'm not touring, I can still work the internet and sell some merch.
yeah,
There's a lot of things out there. So you really are on it. But do you have a limit? Do you have a limit or a rule on what you will or what you will not do to succeed?
Just I can only be me. That's it. I won't sell my soul. I don't know. I hear all this Illuminati stuff and people telling me, that'll never be me. I don't care what steps people take to get to where they're trying to be. I will only do what I feel is right in my soul and what will allow me to sleep at night,
I know that's right.
I was thinking he doesn't want to be on Cat Williams' hit list,
Right? Well, it is what it is, but I'm that same way. You have to accept me for me. I can only be me. That who doesn't want someone who's authentic? It is what it is. And I like the style. I like the way that you're going with everything. He gonna have his own shoes. Move over Nike.
I like the idea of the cowboy hats and cowboy hats and stuff.
Yeah.
That's a great idea.
That is a great idea. Shoot, I like that a lot. But what about if you was to go outside your box? Now I think by you being from Chicago and now you're in Indiana, that's kind of like coming outside the box. Smooth and myself, we're in Toledo, Ohio, and we went outside the box. Sometimes you got to go outside the box to make a mark, to be seen, to be done. And Texas was that for 8 years. But if you was to go outside the box, and I mean outside the norm, and do something that you've never done before, what would that be?
If I could be honest, that would be country. Yeah, this
Okay.
is definitely something outside the box for me. I've never done it, and it's been a really interesting experience. Like I said before that, I was really big in hip hop and R&B and funk and jazz, and so I'd done that my whole life. But doing the country, it's been a very new experience. And so for me, that would be for me that stepping outside the box, and it's been a great experience. I really enjoy it. I'm definitely glad I did it. At first, I was kind of, when I first heard somebody tell me I need to do country, I was like, I don't know about that. But now that I'm doing it, I'm like, man, this is it's great, and I really enjoy it. I really enjoy working with the people that I work with doing it, and I mean, it's gonna be many more songs to come from me. So.
What about Nashville? Any plans of or have you been to Nashville?
No, not yet. So it's funny because we were talking to a producer out there in Nashville. He's a drummer and also an engineer, I believe. And he's worked with all kind of different artists from Dolly Parton all the way down, to whoever you can think of. And we've got a friend here they were best friends, and he ended up connecting us with him, and he listened to the album and said he really liked it, and said once he got back, he was here for the holiday. Said once he got back to Nashville, he was going to see what kind of connections he can put together and what he could do for us. So hopefully I'll be out in Nashville pretty soon doing some work with them and kind of building a base down there. So
that's what's up.
Everybody we know that's went to Nashville loved it.
Mm-hmm.
Just absolutely loved it. And had a great time while they were performing.
Yeah.
They said the crowds there are just fantastic.
That is what's up. I'm wishing you so much continued success, because you're a success when you're following your passion and when you're taking your purpose and it's making a difference worldwide, and you're bringing the music in there. That's a blessing. That's a gift, and that's success. That's success also, especially when you take heed of what you have, your potential and what you have. Some people out here walking around with gifts and potentials, and instead of taking advantage of it, they're around talking to themselves, or doing drugs, or doing something when they could be doing something more beneficial to help themselves and others. So what you're doing, hey, keep doing it. I'm like I say, I'm digging your style. If your music makes people want more. When you can relate, when you can jam to it, and I mean, come on, and you a man of color doing country. I love it. I'm not kidding you. I love it. There is no hate and discrimination. I don't care what the genre is, and it's sad that there's people out there like that. But those people got to learn to like themselves. They gotta learn how to be themselves first, and that's their problem. But you keep doing it. I mean, tell me, what else do you have lined up? What's in the making, and what's next for 2024? Since we right at the beginning of the year, what's going on? What you got planned?
So right now we're in the process of creating all of the video content for the album. One of the things I've always wanted to do is every time I did an album, I wanted to have a video for every song, because as I write these songs, I have videos in my mind and images of how things will play out in the music. And so we're in a process now of working with a videographer here in town. His name TJ. Just give a shout out to him. He does really great work. He did the At the Top video for us. So he's going to be doing all of the videos for the album. So that's what we're working on next. And we're also putting together some shows that we're going to be doing. We're hoping to get onto the Tippecanoe, the Taste of Tippecanoe here in Lafayette and perform there. I know James set up, we're going to be performing for the Veterans Golf Association. I think that's in May. I'm not really sure, but I know that's coming up. So we got a few things lined up. Right now, we're, like I said, basically just getting our video content up and then booking some shows. So
that's what's up.
So you said you're close to Tippecanoe?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Oh, there's a lot of history there. Interesting.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. That's all right. Get a good look at Smooth and myself. Do you see us? Okay, because we're going to be at the back door at one of them concerts talking about, I know him.
Oh, yeah.
I know Tyler, too. I know him. That's what's up.
I'm going to say, Tyler, let us in.
People like, I don't know you over here. I'm like, yes, you do. I'm going to sing one of your songs and prove it.
If I see you there and I'm there, you're getting in.
Because
sure.
I'm a fan. I'm going to just tell you right now, I love what you're doing. And, we're going to end the show with another great song and music video entitled Writing Songs. But before I do, is there anything that you want to add? There may be something that I didn't ask you that you perhaps want to say. And is there any upcoming performances that you have?
I don't have any upcoming performances that I have coming, but we are in the process of creating the next album, and I will tell you a little bit about that. As I write this album, I wanted to do something a little bit different, so it's going to be called Out the Mud. It's brings the city country boy aspect to the album. So half of the album, when you see it, it's going to be layered. The top half of the imagery is a city, and then the bottom half, it looks like it's a city kind of coming out of a country field is what it looks like. It's going to be a half and half album. Half of it's going to be hip hop country, and then the other half is going to be traditional country. So it's going to be a mix to kind of give people that urban element of my style of what I'm trying to create, like my own lane of hip hop country music that nobody else is doing. It's going to be kind of like a new trial to see what people think of the sound, and then just traditional country. So it's going to be half and half. So it'll probably be a 12-track album, be six of each, 6 hip hop country and then 6 traditional country songs. So that's what we're in the process of recording now. So
now you talk traditional country real quickly. Do you cover artists, and who is your favorite country artist to cover?
So I've never covered. I've done some covers by request. Sometimes I'll get on Facebook and people will request me to sing a song that somebody else has done, and so I've done Morgan Wallen, and some older guys that I've never heard of before, but I really like the music.
That's funny.
So I would say, if I was going to say my favorites in country right now, Morgan Wallen would definitely be one. Florida Georgia, and then I forget his name, but he sings the song "Buy Me a Boat." I love that song.
I'm not familiar with it.
But I'm digging it though. Buy me a boat.
Cool. Buy me a boat.
If you get a chance, look it up. It's kind of a funny song. It's kind of a funny song.
That's all right. But somebody can relate to that. Trust and believe that.
Oh yeah.
And your song at the top, let me tell you, just when you were saying how you were going to mix the country pop, and that's a smart thing to do because that'll bring in and bring recognition to those who ain't even hip to country, didn't even know that people of color can do it. You know what I mean? Because you got that little spot where you got that flow. I don't want to say rap, but that flow, and that flow is like, oh shoot, and you got their attention, and then they're bringing them in with the country because man, you really got it going on. That's a smart way of doing that.
Yeah, and that's honestly what's my game plan with it is because with me coming from Chicago and then moving to the country, I want to find a way to bridge the gap and to have people from the urban community get into country. Because right now, when you hear country, you're like, oh, I don't want anything to do with that. And so I'm taking the hip hop country sound will be all instrumentals and tracks outside of country. So the music will be hip hop or R&B or funk or jazz or whatever it is. And then the lyrical content, the vocals will all be country. Mm-hmm. And I did it, and we tried on a radio station out in Chicago. We actually submitted some music to them, and they do like a kind of
I saw that.
Yeah, and they loved it. And so I was like, okay, good, it's working. It's really because one of the tags, which was my favorite, one of the listeners wrote, he's like, this is the only way I'll listen to country. So I was like, that is exactly that was
a compliment to you because you bringing it. You feel me? And that's a good thing. We need a little bit of new stuff right now. Anyway, so you coming in at the timing is just right for you. It's your time now. You are at the top. Hello. That's what's up. So tell everybody, Mr. Tyler Truth, tell everybody how you can be followed on social media.
I'm on TikTok. I'm on Instagram, Facebook. Our website, if you go to tylertruth.com, you can find us. Everything that we have is on that website. So if you just go to tylertruth.com, it'll get you to our Instagram, Facebook, Twitter. We're on everything. Spotify, iTunes. If you name it, if it's out there, we're on it. All you got to do is go to tylertruth.com and just search that page, and you'll find anything you're trying to find. So,
all right. Well, listen. Tell me about the song "Writing Songs." We're gonna go out with that there before I do elaborate, if you will.
Okay, so the song "Writing Songs" is actually a song about me literally writing songs. It's a song based off of just me diving into the music industry and spending every day of my life just trying to figure out how to make it into the industry and creating new content and putting it out for people to hear, my journey along the way and my goals that I plan to accomplish. And the video that you're going to play for this song it's not the official video. I was creating content for our TikTok. And so I actually shot that myself with a 4K camera, and I just was kind of doing little cool edits on it just to have something for people to visualize.
That's all right. It works. It got my attention, you see.
Oh, good.
So we're going to get down and we're going to enjoy Writing Songs by the one and only Tyler Truth.
Time of pain. People I love threw dirt on my name, but I never let it faze me one bit. Held my head high, kept writing these hits. Just studio bound with my headphones, terabyte hard drive loaded with some new songs. Say I got a old school sound with a new school vibe. Never even knew I could sing country till I tried. Now I'm Gita with my boots on, cowboy hat, Wranglers in a white tee, just like that. Big truck with a lift kit, beers on deck. Headed to a show in Chattanooga where my boys at. Life's changing, getting famous. Mama always said I could make it. I had to go out and take life head on. Stayed in the studio, writing these songs. Writing these songs. Hey. getting crunk. Hit the club every night, party to a drunk. Laid back, just enjoying my life. Living carefree, grown kids, no wife. But I work hard, put my team on, we don't ever lack. Back road to the city streets in a Cadillac. City boy living that country life. Never even knew that this was something I liked. Now I'm G'd up with my boots on, cowboy hat, Wranglers in a white tee, just like that. Big truck with a lift kit, beers on deck. Headed to a show in Chattanooga where my boys at. Life's changing, getting famous. Mama always said I could make it. I had to go out and take life head on. Stayed in the studio, writing these songs. Writing these songs. Hey, writing these songs. Writing these songs. Now I'm G'd up with my boots on, cowboy hat, Wranglers in a white tee, just like that. Big truck with a lift kit, beers on deck. Headed to a show in Chattanooga where my boys at. Life's changing, getting famous. Mama always said I could make it. I had to go out and take life head on. Stayed in the studio, writing these songs. Writing these songs. Hey.
Yes.
Yes. Oh, I'm geeked now. Yeah. Oh, I hope you are too, because that
was enjoyable.
Fantastic. I tell you what, Tyler Truth is at the top, and that's one of his hot songs. Great music video off of his latest album, Everyday Life. The song that you just finished listening to was Writing Songs. He can write songs. He can sing. He's multi-talented, doing some fantastic things. He's going to be in your neck of the woods one of these days, hopefully very soon. And then you can see just in person how great Tyler Truth is. Thanking him so much for being on the show today. I'm thanking you for being here on the show today. You know, you can tune in 3 days a week and check out Smooth Tim and myself every Tuesday with the multiple award-winning The Queen Silvy Show. Tomorrow's Wednesday. That is Tim's Tidbits with special co-host Larry E. out of Dallas, Texas. I know Tim. Tim's not going to tell anything.
We just make fun of the world, Queen. It's so easy to do. I mean, there's so many people effing up.
And it's very fun and informative.
Amazing.
It is in the evenings on Wednesday at 6 p.m. Central Standard Time, 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Times. Do check your time zones. And then join us on Thursday, because that is the Now You Know show with Queen Silvy and Smooth Tim, bringing you inspirational, encouraging, motivating, a potpourri of entertainment.
Oh, a potpourri of entertainment. Oh,
Yeah.
okay. I was wondering what you was doing
Because I
with your
like when you
finger there. I
say
thought
that.
you was drying your nail or something. I wasn't sure.
Magically, a potpourri of entertainment. It's that and so much more, bringing it all from the heart just for you. That also is in the evenings, 6 p.m. Central Standard Time, Smoothie. You're silly. 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And again, do check your time zones, but join us for that. We always aim to bring the best in live entertainment, talents, topics, and resources from around the world just for you, baby. Yeah. So I hope that you enjoyed today's segment. You know that I have had just a cup of tea, and I'm ready to go and smash and grub, get my groove and my face on.
Indeed.
So with that said, Smooth, tell everybody how we can be followed.
Google us. We love being Googled, and we are Googleable. So you can then follow us on your favorite platform, whatever that might be. But better yet, go to our YouTube page and just in YouTube search engine, excuse me, drop in The Queen Silvy Show, and you'll get the results of all three of the shows that Queen had mentioned, and some other projects that we work on too. So it's very enjoyable. It is also a potpourri of entertainment.
Yes, it is indeed. And, I want to remind everyone that now's the time to get yourself signed up to play Sylvia Mid. The fun word guessing game starts back up in February, where we give away cash prizes no matter where you are in the world. It's fun and easy. We have a great time playing Sylvia Mid, the fun word guessing game. You can come aboard and play as well by just simply messaging us your name and contact information at queensylviacomic.com. Go to the website, thequeensylvyshow.com, or where you're viewing and listening to this, you can pop it in there, and Smooth will get things taken care of. So,
till next week.
Hey.
Same Queen time, same Queen station. Y'all have a great rest of your week. Bye.